What's going on, everyone? So I saw this pop up over on X, and it's from Lakers Legacy, and they talk about Jaxson Hayes potentially being a stretch big. And he said, let's try this again. In 2020, 2021, JJ Redick, Jaxson Hayes were teammates on the Pelicans. Hayes shot 6 of 14 from 3 that season. The next year, he shot 20 of 57 from three-point range. So I had to look it up just to make sure that this was accurate, because X Twitter is filled with a lot of just random, not true information. But no, this is actually correct. Jaxson Hayes actually, in the 2020-2021 season, did shoot well from 3 and then followed it up the next year with continued production from the three-point percentage. This is interesting because Darvin Ham never really used Jaxson Hayes in that regard, which is funny because he used literally everyone else in that manner. I mean, even Christian Wood, he basically used Christian Wood as a 3-and-D wing more than a center. Now, look, I don't want Jaxson Hayes taking 5 threes a game or anything like that, obviously, right? Like, he is best as a floor running big. You get out in transition, push the pace. He becomes a lob threat. He's a guy that you can, slot in various positions and kind of use him in just various pick and rolls, and then, throwing the lobs and stuff, and just, put him as the screen man in actions, right? But if he can knock down the 3 with any level, really, of consistency, I don't hate trying the stretch Hayes experiment and seeing what he can provide, seeing what he can do. Again, I don't want him to be a guy that, you're reliant on. Even if he's like, let's say he's like lights out from 3. He's still a 7-foot big man. I still want to utilize him as a 7-foot big man. But again, like, you look at some of the years, and in 2021, 2022, right, which is where this all came from, he shot 43% from three-point range. Now, again, this is on 0.02 attempts, right? Because it's only 14 attempts out of, the full, he played 60 games that year, right? So, again, but, you even look at the following year, he was just shy of 1 attempt per game, which he shot 35% from 3. I'm okay with Jaxson Hayes, playing, say 15 minutes a game, especially with Anthony Davis, right? Like, Anthony Davis wants the Lakers to play him more as the 4, which Anthony Davis has got to figure out in and of itself, right? Like, Anthony Davis played the 4 in the bubble, but he was money from 15 out, right? He's lost a lot of that. He has not been very good shooting the basketball beyond like 15 feet. 15 in, he's still absolute butter, but 15 out is a real problem. So Anthony Davis has got to be able to knock down the shot. But if you can plug in Jaxson Hayes and get him, let's say you play him, 17, 20 minutes, let's say 20 minutes a game, right? Which the 2021-2022 season is what he averaged 20 minutes a game, right? And shot 35.1% from three-point range. Give him, 1 to 2 attempts per game, and just see what he can do, right? Like, I'm okay with if a guy has the range to at least experiment and try. I don't want the Lakers to, I don't want to see JJ Redick running actual sets for him to get wide open 3s, right? What I mean is, let's say, you're in the flow of the offense, right? And, he sets a pick, and then let's say he pops out in order to kind of free up the lane and draw out the defender. If that defender leaves him and, say LeBron is going downhill and kicks it out and Jaxson Hayes has the ball and he's wide open, then fine, take it. If it's in the flow of the offense, then sure, I'm all for that. But if we're running play designs like Jaxson Hayes is Karl Anthony Towns or something, I'm not too keen about that. Now, obviously, we didn't really see him last season take threes, so we don't really know, is that something he can knock down with regularity? Now, again, if he can't, like, let's say he gets 3 attempts per game, right? Let's say Lakers play him 20 to 25 minutes. He's getting like 3 attempts per game from 3-point range, and he's knocking it down at like a 38% clip, right? If at that point you want to run, an action here and there, sure. But I don't want to lose sight of the player he is. Like, I don't want him to now become this floor stretching big that, he's getting 6 attempts per game or whatever, and 4 of them are threes. Like, that, again, that's not his game. That's not what he's best. That's not how you're going to best utilize Jaxson Hayes. Right? Jaxson Hayes is best with a head of steam, getting to the basket, and one of our playmakers creating for him. Him being the screen and roll man. Like, things like that. Using his advantages, which is his size, length, and athleticism. Right? Because he is, 7 feet with a good wingspan, but also is a hyper athlete. He's not 7 feet and can barely get off the ground. He's 7 feet and has an incredible vert. Like, that's what you want to see. And he has, a 7'3.5" wingspan. So, if he gets up there, right? Like, it more times than not is butter, right? It's more times than not money. Right? That's what I want to see. But if in the flow of the offense, in the flow of just the game, and you're running all these various sets and, and Jaxson Hayes ends up leaking out and he's just wide open, right? Then yeah, kick it to the open man, especially if he's knocking it down on a realistic clip, right? Like, but even you look at the 2 years that were with the Pelicans in which were highlighted, right? Like, again, it's such a small sample size. But JJ Redick is the head coach. That's kind of the point of the post, right? Like, the point of the post is that, like, hey, JJ Redick knows better than anybody what Jaxson Hayes is capable of doing because he played alongside Jaxson Hayes. He was able to show and see what Jaxson Hayes was capable of doing. So JJ Redick may be able to kind of get the best and the most out of Jaxson Hayes and, again, kind of slot him in the proper spots. Again, get him some open opportunities. And he's also playing alongside guys like LeBron James, who just draws so much attention and is going to be able to get the ball to him right in his pocket, right? And D'Angelo Russell, same thing. And even Anthony Davis, right? If you're going to run Hayes and Davis together, which that's something else we didn't see a lot of last year, right? Like, for whatever reason, the Lakers, or Darvin Ham, I shouldn't say the Lakers, Darvin Ham wasn't very keen on playing Hayes and Davis together. They only played like, an average of like, I think it was like a minute and a half a game or something, like, which basically sums up to like, he played them 5 minutes total, right? Like, it's crazy. Like, if you're going to have Anthony Davis out there again, Anthony Davis is going to have to remember how to shoot. And then Jaxson Hayes, if he can kind of stretch the floor a little bit, then again, that just opens, all it does is just open more possibilities and potential for the Lakers. All this does is give Jaxson Hayes an opportunity to prove and show what he's capable of doing. All this does is just, gives you the potential that, like, hey, he could be a guy that could really make an impact on not just being the hustler and rebounder and floor runner, but he's a guy that can stretch out. You can slot alongside Anthony Davis, the attention that Anthony Davis brings, the attention that all these guys do, the attention that, D'Lo can draw and Reeves and all these guys, and then Hayes just to kind of clear out the big man. And because if the big man has to respect Hayes because he's knocking it down regularly, it does wonders for the Lakers. It could really put the Lakers in a great position. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Jaxson Hayes kind of being utilized as a stretch big a little bit? Do you think, like, yes, but very limited? You know, like, don't get carried away. We don't need him taking 8 threes a game or anything like that. Or you kind of like, you know, just judge it accordingly to what he's able to do on a regular basis. You know, if he's shooting 40% from 3, then sure, kind of give him a little bit of an uptick. But if he's not, then, you know, again, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.